Good morning, parents. This is Saloni, the Senior Academic Counselor, presenting the live webinar on robotics in the United Kingdom. Let's get to know Turito. Turito provides the best online programs for students across US, Canada, India, Australia, Singapore, UK, the Middle East, and Europe. So we are trusted by 10,000 plus parents. We have 25,000 plus live classes per month, and we have more than 1,500 plus active teachers with us. And we also have parent talks. We have parents across the world who has really appreciated us for different programs. And we have parents who have been very, very, supportive of us, have really, appreciated about our one-on-one sessions, and tutors are also very well connected with parents. So they really like our sessions a lot. So we have with us Mr. Nikhil, Head of Robotics at Turito. Mr. Nikhil has 8+ years of experience of training and robotics. He has trained 1,000 plus students from school to engineering levels, mentored 300 plus participants in global competitions, FLL, FTC, World Robot Olympiad, MakeX, and more. He's expert in designing innovative curricula for learners, helped in profile building for university admissions. So during the webinar, if anybody has any questions, they can put it in the chat box so that Mr. Nikhil can answer your questions after the webinar. Over to you, Mr. Nikhil. You can start presenting your screen.
Thanks, Saloni, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. I believe this session will help you to understand how robotics helps school kids and how it can able to help the students in foundation. Let's start with the discussion. Let me share my screen. Can you enable the share screen for me? Saloni, can you give the access to share my screen? Thank you. I hope everyone can see my screen.
Yes.
So let's begin the session. So I just wanted to walk you through, guys. Like I hope many parents and students has joined this session, and I want to help you to understand how robotics will be helping in their career, and how it can be a foundation to the students, and how it will be helping with different skills. So let me take you through. So robotics is nothing but it's a branch of technology where students can able to help with the help of engineering skills like computer science, electronics, mechanical, where the students can able to build and construct and design different set of robots and the application of robots. That is nothing but robotics. So what is the need of robots? What is the need of robots in our daily life? How we can able to see in our daily life what are the smart things are working? According to the smart things, how we can able to bring out solutions by building a smart robots. where it can able to help us. In that way, students can able to learn and try to implement their ideas. So some of the students will be having an opportunity so to showcase their skills in their science fairs. Generally, these are the options the students will be having. But ultimately, they can also showcase their skills like science, technology, engineering, and math, where they can implement by giving different examples. In the same way, through robotics, let me give you an example, like what we see around our surroundings, which we can consider as robots. Like you might have see like automatic doors. Whenever you go to public places, nowadays you can see automatic doors are there. Like when you approach to the door is opening automatically. Why are we considering this as a robot? Or like why are we considering that as smart device? Because there is nobody is trying to operate whenever we approach to the door. The door is automatically opening. What is the working principle? What is the science? What is the technology behind of it? So we can able to bring, we can able to have that curiosity, right? So generally we have the curiosity under about any kind of machine or any kind of automated stuff. So we can able to help the students to bring out those ideas and those skills, and they can able to bring out new solutions related to the real life problems what we can see. There could be the solutions already there where they can able to bring out prototypes and understand the concept and build new designs. In the same way, it will be helping the students curiosity and as well as the problem solving skills. They can able to come up with new skills. With the help of robotics, we have other options like artificial intelligence and as well as internet on things. Coming to artificial intelligence, how our machines are working, like as I said, that smart machines, smart robots, how these particular robots will work with the help of some device which can be programmed, which can be giving some instructions. So that is nothing but a robot, like which has hardware and as well as software. Here coming to the software part. So that software part has some artificial intelligence where you can able to program and you can able to control them according to our instructions. Like for example, if I tell a robot to go and catch something, whenever I throw a ball, the robot can able to see that ball is going some direction. According to the direction, the robot and also can move and catch the ball. But how does the robot knows that, okay, this is the ball and how I need to find that ball? So we can able to provide some artificial intelligence mechanisms in that we have machine learning concepts. In that machine learning concept, we can able to provide some image classifications, like we can able to take the image of the ball, and based on that ball image, we can able to train the machine. We can able to train the machine. Based on that, the machine can able to understand. So in that way, the robot can able to decide, okay, which is ball. In a room, there are multiple things. It will not capture computer, it will not capture a chair, it will not capture a table as a ball. It will only can able to see which is considered as a ball, and based on that only the robot can able to decide. So in that place, artificial intelligence is a key to help, like how our exact human brain will think. In the same way, a robot's artificial intelligence also can relate to it and decide that, okay, this is a ball and this is a bike and this is a chair. In that way, they can also think. In this way, artificial intelligence helping in a robot. And what about IoT, Internet on Things? So this Internet of Things, how it is helping in the sense, for example, if I wanted to control a software and a hardware, like I want to control a hardware of robot with the help of some software from any part of the globe. For example, you are there in UK and I am there in somewhere else part. Like for example, I'm there in US, you are there in UK. I wanted to control some robots or some systems from different part of the globe. How I can able to do? With the help of internet. So we can able to connect those hardware and as well as the software, and we can able to integrate those two stuff, and based on that I can able to operate them. So we are trying to teach the students these three things. Like we have designed our curriculum in such a way that the students can able to enable to learn all these concepts like robotics, artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things. Based on that, from basic level to advanced level, the students can able to learn the concepts and build different set of robots. I'll take you through the different set of robots. As I mentioned, I'll show you some of the models and ideas in the later part of the session. Going ahead, so as I said that robotics, like in K-12, like generally, if schools, if we see from the grade 1 to grade 12, we will be learning different subjects, right? With this help of those subjects, we can able to have some extracurricular activities, right? In the same way, STEM is an education option. It will be helping the students to enable their skills through science, technology, engineering, mathematics. For example, I have some kind of knowledge where I couldn't able to showcase my skills. So for such students, it's an opportunity. They can able to come up with the like DIY mind. So they might have so many ideas and lot of technologies, or like whatever the simple machines they might have in their thought, like whatever they want, either through arts or anything, they can able to implement in any field. Robotics will be helping through that. So this through STEM, the students can able to build a robot, means they can able to implement the science, and they can able to implement the technology, like what kind of sensors and how they can able to integrate to the robot, and the engineering, like the mechanical structures, or like if for example, if I wanted to make a simple machine with a smart device, so how I can able to use some gears, or how I can able to implement the mechanical structure, electronics, computer science, all these things you can able to use through engineering concepts. And math, for example, if I wanted to instruct a robot how it has to perform to move, so over there, I can able to use some algorithms related to mathematics. Like for example, I wanted to travel some distance, like some 50 centimeters. How I can able to make the robot to travel only 50 centimeters, not like more than and less than. How I can able to instruct the robot. If myself, if I have some tape, I can able to measure and I can able to walk. But what if a robot, how it can able to decide it? So here we can able to use the mathematics concepts like algorithms. So first of all, I need to take some wheel. Based on that wheel, I need to understand the radius of the wheel. Based on the radius of the wheel, using some math functions of like math formula, then according to that math formula, I can able to implement that the radius of that wheel. And if I implement into that formula, I'll get some value. That value I can implement into the code. In this way, math concepts also can be included in the robotics. So students can able to master from basic level to advanced level by enhancing different skills. Like they can able to implement so many ideas. Like for example, if there is a problem, by understanding that problem, how they can able to bring out a solution, like innovation. If we might have seen many candy machines, like vending machines, so we might have observed like many of the from the childs to from the children to parents level, we might be observing how these candy machines are working. Is there any person inside and trying to drop some can or drop some chips over there? No, right? It's working on automatic, like it's working on its own. Like whenever I drop a coin over there, it can able to sense that coin has been dropped, and also how much money it is. It can able to decide, and based on that it can able to release it. So every machine which is working little smart. So robot means it need not to look like a humanoid robot. It has to mimic like exactly me, like moving my hands, moving my right hand, left hand, or doing some operation like running, walking, or speaking. It need not to do like that. A robot means nothing but a machine which has some smartness in it. Like that smartness comes with some kind of sensing, like how we have sensor guns, we can able to implement some sensors in it, and based on that we can able to have a brain like a controller, where it can able to think and process. And how does it decide? Based on our instructions. That is nothing but coding. So eventually, by sensing and by instructions, it can able to process and provide some output. So whatever the point is said, like an automatic door or a vending machine, whenever it can able to see any person coming to the door, whenever a person approaching, the door is opening automatically. So that is an action. And whenever we drop a coin, it is trying to analyze what we are giving the option, and is coming. And in that way, there are different set of robots like manual, semi-autonomous, and autonomous. These are the concepts which we can able to see as autonomous. Like if we see automatic door, it can be considered as autonomous. Whereas vending machine, it can be considered as semi-autonomous, because we are dropping coin and it is giving something, but we are giving some inputs also, like what whether I wanted to have a Pepsi can or whether I have to have a chips. So it has a chip inside where it can able to analyze based on the data we are providing. So we are giving some input, and according to that input feedback, it is processing. So it could be considered as semi-autonomous. Like that, there are many robots. Like if we see a Tesla car, so the Tesla car, it works automatic. It has two options, right? It has a manual mode and it has an autonomous mode. So in case if you give some instructions from source to destination, based on that, it can able to move, right? And if you want to control on your own manual, you can also do it. Related to this concept, I'll give you an idea later part of the session. Okay. So in this way, we can able to implement the STEM concepts, so that helps the students knowledge where they can able to where they can able to increase their idea, and that can be utilized in academics as well. How? In the sense, they can able to come up with a new way of learning. Like for example, understanding a problem, why we have to do only this way? Why can't we do it in another way? Why have to use only this particular solution? Is there any other option? Why only this? In this way, the student can able to think of different ideas, and based on that, instead of just only reading, they can able to implement it. Based on that, they can able to learn. So that way, the hands-on experience will help the students rather than just only reading and writing. So based on the surveys, what it says, like what we read and what we write and what we can able to do it through hands-on. Like generally we read means it helps us to remember for some time, whereas we write, we'll remember for more, some more time. And whereas we try to do it, like we try to do it and we see there are mistakes will be there, and we will be learning through it. In that way, the student can able to analyze the concept and analyze the problem and how to bring up the solution. In this way, the student can able to get the real life experience and real life knowledge. So through robotics, the students can able to have the hands-on experience, and accordingly, the students can able to bring out the practical knowledge, the experimental, so they can do a lot of experiments, and in that way, they can bring out the solutions. So through Turito, what our students can able to learn? So they can able to sharpen their skills, like as I mentioned about the problem solving skills, understanding a problem and how that problem is there in real life. Based on that, is there any solution already implemented, or else we wanted to bring a solution? If not, if there is a prototype, like if there is already a solution, I can able to implement it in a better way, and understanding a working principle of it. Like for example, we see waste management problem, right? Like in many countries, they have the waste problems, like understanding about the degradable and non-degradable waste is there. So most of the people will be dumping all the waste in one place. Instead of that, how we can able to segregate the degradable and non-degradable waste? So what if we can able to replace the trash vans with the help of robot vans, so that it can able to analyze the degradable waste and non-degradable waste. According to that, if somebody is trying to mix up the waste, it can able to drop it there itself, so that it can able to give a warning to the uh, people over there in the community, so that you have to segregate, and then only I can able to take it. In such way, we can able to help the society and in a different environmental basis as well, right? So the students can able to come up with different ideas, like what are the real life problems we are facing, how we can able to implement those prototypes ideas. Even we have seen different set of cars also in nowadays, they have implemented with a Lego car. So first they have designed with a Lego, one design model, then they have implemented the real life model. So in that way, the students can able to come up with different ideas based on this different problems what they see around our surroundings. In that way, gathering ideas, as I said, what we see, we can able to come up with different ideas, and they can able to try it out by using the materials they have. So we provide a robotics kit to the student, and based on the robotics kit, they can able to have n number of robots. There is no limitation for the student to come up with ideas and come up with different solutions. So ultimately, it's not only like a theory concept to the student. It should be like a fun also. When we are trying to engage when we are trying to engage in a class, the student only not not only stuck to the theory. They will be trying to have the hands-on and as well as in a fun, engaging way. And also they can able to build innovative robots. Initially, they'll be getting from basic concepts to advanced concepts. And ultimately, they will also bring out their own ideas so that the tutor can able to help the students to implement them as well. So how many students are currently learning robotics with us means, like, as I mentioned, that many youngsters showed interest. Like a lot of students will be showing the interest once they'll be understanding how robotics helping them through their towards their interest and as well as their academics. In that way, a lot of students has joined to Turito robotics program from different various regions like US, Australia, and UK. And many of the students are enjoying and trying to inspire others as well. So they are showcasing their skills in schools, and even in they're building different set of smart devices and helping the others to understand related to the subject of robotics as well. So we do follow inquiry based learning when we follow the teaching methodology. Like basically, when we see in a school classes, generally one teacher will be teaching to multiple students in the class, and teacher might not able to identify that all the students understood the concept or not. But here we are trying to having a customized curriculum, and we are providing a customized robotics kit to one-to-one classes. It will be a personalized one-to-one classes, and teacher will be totally focused on the student, and we implement inquiry based learning. So that first we'll discuss about the problem statement, and based on the problem statement, we'll help the students to imagine and understand about the real life problem related to the problem statement. And according to that, how student can able to bring out the solution. It's not like the teacher is directly telling uh, the teacher is not directly telling the answers to the student so that the student will be trying to build a project. Teacher is helping the student to come up with the answers. So here teacher is trying to ask questions. So when teacher is asking questions, if student is unable to answer, here teacher is trying to give some examples, ideas, so that the student can able to imagine and able to understand. Okay, so this is how the particular vending machine or particular door or particular car is working. So the student can able to think, the student can able to analyze about those stuff. In that way, the teacher is trying to help the student to come up with the answers, and they can able to build the robots. So the inquiry based learning will be helping the students in their academics also for every subject, ultimately to understand about the problem and how this particular problem has a solution. Either it is a small solution or a big solution, or the solution has an extension way. So why robotics for kids? So students can able to have the like, as I said, that different set of skills where they can able to gain the STEM concepts. They can able to build a different set of robots. They can able to increase their creativity, innovation, and problem solving skills according to the software and hardware. When we try to build some robot, but we don't know how to make it to work. So many students will be having that curiosity. They'll be removing a car and they see what is there. They might be seeing the gears, or they might be seeing a toy motor which is trying to drive the wheels, but they doesn't know how to fix it back. I have heard about from many students and many parents that they have the curiosity and they have the interest towards the like any kind of toys or any kind of machine stuff. They used to see and they used to remove them and able to understand, but they don't know how to fix it back and doesn't know how to make it work. So that interest they can able to implement in robotics, where they can able to dismantle and they can able to build different set of robots by using the same set of designs or same set of electronics and same set of actuators over there. So the student will be also introducing coding, where they can able to program the modules. So ultimately, when a robot has to performance, we need to give some instructions. As they said that there are three types: manual, it doesn't require any program. We can just manually connect the modules, and based on the predefined programming of the modules, it can able to sense the environment and it can perform the output, whatever the desired output we want. Whereas semi-autonomous, it has a chip which has been pre-programmed, or we can able to give some instructions, and based on that, it can able to perform. Whereas autonomous, once the student has built a robot and once he power on, automatically what it has to do, like based on this environment, whatever the sensor it has, it will sense that, and what are the desired output it has to do, it has to do. Like for example, there is a car, an autonomous car. I'm just sleeping and I wanted to drive from one place to one place. So what I'll do, I'll just give the GPS, like give the instructions. This is my source and this is my destination. So it will start and it has to analyze how it is working autonomously. It has to understand about these speed breakers. It has to understand about the speed, and it has to understand if any obstacle, like any person or any human is coming in between, how it can able to analyze and stop towards the traffic signals. Everything comes in the picture. Everything will be keep on working all the time until unless it will reach the destination. So it is totally working like automatic. In that way, that is one example. So the student can also increase their in confidence in building new designs or building new ideas, so that it will be helping the student to inspire and have a team to come up with new designs, new ideas. So they can be the younger trainer, like, so they can able to create new ideas. They can bring and give us new solutions as well. So let me show you one video over here, like how students can able to become from basic beginner level to advanced level by building different set of robots, which I have mentioned. Just a minute, I'll share my screen. I'll show this video a little later. So I'll go forward. So what are the learning outcomes when student will be joining this course? So they will be having the life skills, tech skills, and as well as academic skills. Already, which I have mentioned few points. So the student can able to build the logical thinking. Like as I mentioned about how to control the software and as well as hardware, right? So when we build a robot, they can able to come up with the solutions by applying the logic over there. Like for example, if I wanted to make a robot to move forward, left, right, or any other directions, or if I wanted to make like an robotic arm to move up and down, or like I wanted to perform my hand operation where I can able to turn, do the hand up and down, and as well as grab. So how I can able to implement, whether I wanted to use a sensor or whether I wanted to implement direct uh, like the degrees, like the moment of degrees I wanted to apply. So in that case, if I wanted to apply the concept over there, if I wanted to make the robot to move until unless if any obstacle comes, what do? We just apply the brake, right, in the car. So in the same way, the robot also has to stop itself, like it should not go and crash. So how it can be done? So the student can able to apply the logic with the help of math algorithms over there, and they can able to improve the problem solving skills as well, and they can able to build the prototypes. Like we have already the real life solution, means they can able to understand the working principle behind of the solution, and they can able to enhance and try to innovate. They can able to implement more ideas and try to innovate to bring out the right solutions to it. And also they can build new robots or new ideas to the society, like which I told about the one idea right earlier regarding the waste management. In that way, there are many options we can help the students to come up with the ideas and all. And like whereas the tech skills, so in tech skills the student will be understanding about the sensors, actuators, and as well as the controllers. And we'll be getting the idea of electronics, how exactly the circuitry is working. Like for example, if we see, if we take a computer or if we take a TV, inside there will be a lot of chips we see, right? Whenever we see, we can see a lot of chips will be there. We don't know how the circuitry is working. Like whenever we press a TV remote button, how the TV is working over there. Whenever we are pressing a AC remote, how the AC is working over there. So they can able to understand about the basic components, and they can able to understand the circuitry and the concept behind that. Like all the science concepts also will be included, like related to the microcontrollers, sensors, and as well as the actuators, which will be implemented in the robot. And when we are trying to build such robot or build such idea, some concept, which sensor and which controller and which actuator has to be implemented, why only this one. So in that way they can able to analyze, and try to bring out the solutions. And whereas academic skills, so as I said, that the students can able to bring out new way of learning towards the subject, towards the idea, how to implement the algorithms, how to implement the operators, where they can able to implement that concepts like computing concepts, logics, everything in all the other subjects as well, how they can able to improve themselves in the academic skills. So it's not only like just learning or just reading and writing. It could should be like a fun way, and it should be increasing the curiosity in the child to learn the concept. It's not like just verifying or like mugging the concepts. The student has to understand the idea behind it. So here Turito is trying to build the students' confidence, so that the students can able to come up with a different set of solutions. It's not like there is a limitation what to we teach. So that student will be learning what we are teaching, and after that there is nothing. So there is no limitation for the student learning. So they can able to keep on bring out new ideas, new set of solutions with the help of the same robotic kit. They can bring a number of ideas and solutions. So here I'll be showing you some activity-based robots and how the robots will be working in real life, and how we can able to implement such prototypes, how we are teaching the students, how the students can able to build the robots. Let me walk you through like different ideas, so that you can able to get an idea like what students can able to build in the classes. So once student enroll to the course, as I said, that the student will be learning from basics knowledge, like according to student knowledge, we'll be trying to teach the concepts. But here, from basic to advanced level, what set of robots, how high-end technology robots also we can learn. Let me show you. Let me stop my sharing here. So I want to give you an example. You can see this is a car. Okay. So this is a car. It looks like a real-time car, like which can able to move. And on this, there are some modules which has been fixed. And this is totally unprogrammed. Okay. So this is totally unprogrammed, but I can show you the same concept which can work like real-time car. So generally, as I mentioned, that the car is moving means whenever any obstacle comes, it has to stop. So right now, this particular robotic car is not on. So let me turn on. The wheels has been stopped automatically. And if any obstacle moves away, like generally what we do, whenever we move the car, like whenever we run the car, like when we are going on in the car, so if anybody comes in front of you, we apply the brake. Same concept is happening here. When we move away, the car is moving, and if some obstacle comes, it's stopping, and it has some range. What if I move away for long distance, and when I come to less distance, so it has a range. So when I come near to this, I apply the brake. If the person is far away, I don't want to stop. But whereas the person is coming or any obstacle is coming nearby, I need to stop. In this way, we can able to adjust the distance range as well. So we have the option in the sensor so that we can able to do it. So look, let me show you the same concept with small difference. By just removing one module, I'll show you the difference of the concept. Just give me a second. So now you can see the difference of. So I have turned on the robot, but you will see the difference over here. Previously, the robot is moving means if any obstacle comes, the robot has to stop. Now you see the difference. The robot can follow us. The robot can able to listen to us. If I move forward, the robot can able to forward, like it can able to follow me and move forward as well. Now you can see the difference. You can see. Previously, I'm keeping the hand, robot is stopping. But now, if I'm keeping the hand, I'm moving, and the robot is following me. I couldn't able to show you on the surface over here. So right now, I'm trying to show you like this. So I hope you can able to understand. See the difference. Whenever I'm trying to keep my hand, it is following me. It means if I walk, it can also follow me according to my movement. In the same way, previously, if it is moving, if I show my hand like an obstacle, the car can able to decide that, okay, somebody is there in front of me, I need to apply the brake. But now it is working in a different case. Just by removing one module, it can able to decide a different case. In this way, I can able to help the robot to move in different ways. Like if at all I wanted to make a line following robot, means I wanted to make it to follow a path. It can able to follow only the path. Even I can make the same robot which can able to act like a magician, like a kind of in case if I'm just trying to say hi to the robot, robot can able to move. If I don't say hi, it can stop. like different set of different types of options you can able to control the robot. The same robot I can able to program, and as well as I can able to control the thing. So let me show you another option, so that I'll take a volunteer so that I can able to show you the another option like a robotic arm, how this particular robotic arm can able to perform. Just a second. So in another screen, you can see there is a robotic arm. So in this particular other screen, you can see there is a robotic arm. So now I just wanted to show you that how it will be controlling. So once it will power on, it has been programmed. It also can program and it can also do the changes of it. So as you have seen that there is a grabber of the robotic arm where you can able to grab something and trying to move the directions and go and drop in the certain position where I wanted to. If I wanted to change the direction, or if I wanted to change the movements, I can able to give different instructions. According to my instructions, it can able to perform. So how many times if I wanted to change, or how many times if I wanted to move the like if I wanted to change the movements, according to those movements, it can able to operate. Whereas if you see this robot also I can able to program and control. But here I need not to program it. It is already pre-programmed robot. It can able to operate. Whereas the robotic arm which you have seen, it is already programmed, but whenever I give the power supply according to the program, it is performing. So the controller has the information, it can able to store the program. Based on the program instructions, it is trying to perform. In the same way, for example, let me give you one real life example how the students can able to implement that. Like for example, I love very much driving. So I would like to take my friends and I used to go for driving. So I can go for driving with my friends. So like night time when I'm traveling, I feel drowsy sometimes. I close my eyes when I'm driving. So in such situations, might I might met with an accident, so that will be losing my life, right? So in that situation, in that scenario, how I can able to help myself being always awakened, how I can able to help myself. Like I'm trying to drive, suddenly I feel drowsy and I close my eyes. I don't know what happens, but how I can able to help myself. Generally we see an alarm, or we'll see an alert whenever we don't wear a seat belt properly. Whenever we don't wear a seat belt, we can see a alarm or a alert, right? The sound. In the same way, whenever we are driving, we see when the all the four doors of the car is not closed also, it gives alert. Because earlier when we started building the cars, we don't have such options. Slowly, based on the problems we see, the manufacturers are trying out to bring out new solutions. Like this is one solution. Like even whenever any car crash happens or any vehicle crash happens, you can see the airbags open. So earlier there is no solution, such solution is there. Now such kind of solution is there, and in the car, based on some sensors, it can able to detect whenever the car is getting crashed, the airbags open. In the same way, whenever we don't wear the seat belt, it makes some sound. In the same way, when we don't close the door, it makes a sound. So in such scenario, how I can able to help myself when I am feeling drowsy, something should alert me, something should help me to awaken all the time. So in that scenario, I thought like by using some kind of controller, I can able to build such idea. So let me show you some example how we can try to do it. So right now I'll show you the application. With the help of application, how we can able to build the system. And later I'll be showing the output also by using this data, how we can able to control it. So let me share my screen for that. I hope you can see my screen now. So this is an application where I can able to provide data. But here, as I said that it's a drowsing system, right? Like I wanted to build a drowsing system so that it can able to detect when I'm feeling sleepy, it should awake me or give me alert. So that I'm not a very good programmer, but how I can able to build that system and help me always to give some alert or some like something which can able to awake me. So I can able to use the artificial intelligence concept in that the machine learning concept. From there, we have an option called image classification, where we can able to classify the images, like difference of two things, two images, like whether I'm feeling sleepy and not sleepy. Based on those two data, it can able to analyze, and based on that data, it can able to pass to the controller. Okay, if I'm sleeping, it will alert me. If I'm not sleeping, it won't do anything. So let's see how I can able to show you how we can able to do it. So this is a pre-trained model. So this is an application and this is a pre-trained model. Let me show you. So here, in case nowadays after this COVID virus, whenever you go outside to the public places, to the malls, anywhere, people used to say that you need to wear a mask. If you are not wearing mask, you are not allowed. But how I can able to, like for example, I'm a retailer shop person, but I don't have an option, so that I just keep a paper outside. If people wearing mask, then only you have to enter. But some people don't see it and they just enter it, and other customers feel difficulty about it and they just go away. So in that scenario, how I can able to implement to make the door as smart door? If any person wearing mask, then only the door has to open. If the person is not wearing the mask, then the door should not open. How I can we do it? How we can do it? Now you can see there are some pre-trained options here, some labels like mask, no mask, banana. So this is pre-trained, means already there are a lot of set of images has been trained. So you can see it's showing as no mask and it's showing some prediction as 99%. What if I wear a mask? Whenever I'm wearing a mask, it's showing like 100%. When I remove the mask, it's showing no mask. Wear, not wearing. So in this way, it can able to analyze. Even if I not wear mask, but let's show, let's see that how it can able to show as mask. So it means it's covering the nose and mouth. If at all we cover anything when we have, like when we are showing the face and we cover this, it can we can also make it full like the system so that we are wearing mask, and like we can show like open hand. So this is based on the pre-trained option. I'm just showing you the idea, but as I mentioned that by using the data we can able to control the hardware as well. Now let me show you how we can do the drowsing system idea. So let me show you here the train option. So you can see it's showing as nothing, 0%. So I can able to train myself with the simple images. So I wanted to make it understand that drowsy, not drowsy. So let me write like drowsy and just train. So drowsy means when I close my eyes and when I'm trying to drive, right? So I just make close my eyes and move like this. So in this way, it can able to predict that when I'm feeling drowsy. So it's predicting drowsy, even if I'm opening my eyes, but it's predicting drowsy. But whereas if I try to train the machine with another option, not drowsy, so then it can able to identify that, okay, I'm not feeling drowsy. By using this data, I can able to control the hardware. So now you can see it's predicting as not drowsy. Now let me close my eyes. I hope you can see it's drowsy. You can see drowsy. So whenever I close my eyes, I am unable to see. So, but you can see, I think so. So whenever I open my clothes, whenever I open my eyes, it can see not drowsy. When I close my eyes, it shows drowsy. But what if I'm not there in the car? What if I'm not there in the car, but the car was on? It will keep on make sound, right? So in that scenario, what I can do is I can able to help the machine to identify the seat. So what if I'm not there and I can able to train the machine with the help of seat, so that if the person is not sleeping, it can detect as not drowsy. When the person is sleeping, it can detect as drowsy. And if the person is not there, consider there is a seat. We have trained in that way that so that it will predict as seat. Now, by using this data, whenever I'm feeling drowsy, you can see the prediction is keep on changing because I'm trying to speak and my facial expressions are changing. So based on that, the machine is getting like confused. But you can able to give a number of images and a number of data. Based on that, it can able. And by using this data, any other person come and sit over there also, it can able to identify. Or else we can give a number of persons data so that it can able to understand much better. So this is how we can able to use this data and try to control the hardware. So let me show you some idea how we can able to do it. So by using this software, I can able to operate the hardware as well. So just give me a minute. I'll show you that also. So for doing that, we need to connect the hardware and the software. So here what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to connect the software and hardware so that I can't able to show you how to do it right now. Hmm. Just give me a minute, guys. So right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to connect the hardware and the software. So with the help of that, I can able to enable and connect to the application. So let me show you how to do that. It just takes me 2 minutes. Just wait a minute. In the other screen, you can see there are two modules are there, right? So those two modules I'm trying to connect to the software. So with the help of that, I can able to operate those two modules. Like for example, consider those two are robots, and even you can able to control them from any part of the globe. So now the device is connected. So it will just take some time. As you can see, you can see the light was on, and now the device is connected. Now I can able to connect the software and as well as the hardware. So let me share my screen again. As you can see now, I have added some device number over here so that I wanted to link it. So whenever I link it, uh, just a minute. Whenever it shows here as thumbs down, it means that it's saying that the authentication code is wrong. So that whenever we don't apply any correct authentication, it will show that the authentication is wrong. So whenever we apply the authentication code, it will show thumbs up. So I just wanted to show you that whenever we apply, for example, I type anything, I just link it. It show as authentication down, so wrong, and you can see the thumbs up down. So whenever it is correct, it will show correct, like thumbs up, and it will show as correct. Just a minute. So now whenever I type it correct, so meanwhile, what I can do is I can able to train it. But when we train it, it won't understand the thing, because until unless it will get connected, it won't be doing. Just give me a minute, please. I'm sorry, the device is not connecting properly. There is some network issue over here. So once, because as I mentioned that internet, with the help of internet only, it can able to control. So there is some problem over there with the help of the device. But ultimately, we can able to connect this application to the hardware and we can able to control it. So as I said, as I showed this robot also, I can able to connect it and I can able to operate it. So there is a device which can able to connect it. So this is the hardware device. So with the help of this hardware device, I can able to operate 4 modules, like 4 output devices. Based on that, if I wanted to make a robot to move forward, backward, left and right, also I can able to do it. Or else if I wanted to make different solutions, like I said, the browsing system, different concepts, we can able to connect this device. So this is, it has a enabled Wi-Fi chip. With the help of that Wi-Fi, we can able to connect to our laptop, we can able to connect to our mobile. By using that, like the application, the software application which I showed you, you can able to connect it and you can able to design different set of solutions. So that is end from my end, so that you can take it forward, guys. I hope most of the like everybody understood that how we can able to build different set of robots and designs and solutions. Sorry if for the inconvenience which I can't show the working model of the device. So like when the students will be joining, when the teachers will be trying to take through them, and they will be teaching that all concepts and like whatever I wanted to show, that they can able to see. So I hope the previous robotic arm also, if you couldn't able to see, I will be sharing some information through the website which we have, like, or the through YouTube videos, so that you can able to understand what set of robots the students can able to build. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nikhil, for such an insightful session. Now we have the program manager, Miss Priyanka, for robotics for the UK. Over to you, Priyanka.
Thank you, ma'am. So I think we don't have any questions for today, but yeah, if like the team will be connecting all the parents and you can schedule the demo session. And once the demo is done, we can decide on the enrollment. And also we are running some amazing offers for the month end. So if you enroll before 28th of September, we have 20% off going on. So thank you for joining us. If you would like to know more about Turito, visit our website www.turito.com. And if you have any queries, please feel free to reach us at care@turito.com. For a better way of learning, join Turito now. Have a great day.